And so the post-war, you're getting a ham radio set, and you're starting to tinker around. At some point, you end up getting a job. What was your first job?
Oh, first job was delivering newspapers and pin setting.
Pin setting in a bowling alley.
In a bowling alley, yeah. It was, that was just before they came out, probably, I don't know, maybe 5 years before they came out with the automatic pin setters. And it was an interesting experience. The guy had a hard time getting people to do it. And, you get paid, I think it was 10 cents a game. So if there were 3 people out there, a team of 5 out there bowling, or whatever it was, you'd get 50 cents for the whole game. And it's an incredibly dangerous job because, you're standing in this pit and you have to pick the pins up and you put them in a rack. And then it was like you manually drop the rack down. And then you get out of the way. But people sometimes don't wait, and you don't get out of the way, and you walk out of there bruised and pretty wild. But the guy that ran it was a relatively young guy, Italian guy, quite resourceful, and where he'd get most of the pin setters, he'd go down to what they call Front Street in Rochester, where all the bums lived, the homeless in those days. And so he'd give these guys meals. He'd feed them. He'd bring them out, feed them, pay them, and then take them back wherever they wanted to go. And I used to go with him when he was doing that. We'd go out before the alley opened, and sometimes he'd send me off looking for somebody because they were off on a binge or whatever. But interesting times, it really was. And like I say, a relatively tough job for somebody that was, I think I was like 15 at the time.
And you mentioned in your correspondence with me, it kind of showed you a different side of life, I suppose?
Oh, yeah. You see how these guys lived. And none of them had, most of them didn't have any teeth. They were, he had a shower that he had put in expressly for them. That's one of the reasons they come, is so they could take a shower. It was an interesting insight into life, that's for sure. There are people that don't have a guaranteed meal every day, and it's an eye-opener. Real eye-opener.